You have a story involving a girl in New York that you want to work on a little bit, right?
I do actually. It's if I had I'll tell you what this would have been perfect for had we not been dealing with the pandemic and whatnot. This would have been perfect for me getting a 10-minute spot on a storytelling show in New York City. I sat down and wrote. You actually are the one who told me to write this out as an exercise.
So you have a title for this project?
I do actually.
Okay.
Okay. The title is The Betraying Member.
Okay.
So, to preface, this is a story about being betrayed by someone that you've been nothing but good to. Okay? At the most inopportune time. But it takes a minute to get there, but I think people will appreciate it. It's called The Betraying Member. I once slept with a girl so out of my league that my own dick couldn't believe it and fainted like a 1930s housewife that had just been accused of murder. She was a fashion student on the Lower West Side of Manhattan. Her name was Exotic. Her late 90s Demi Moore hairstyle and her trendy apparel made me unable to process her interest in me at the time. She seemed too otherworldly to me, like I was an extra in the background of some movie she was starring in. It was after a comedy show in Manhattan. She had been in the crowd and I had done well that night. I assumed that was the only possible reason why we were talking. Slowly, friends of mine walked away from our section of the bar until it was just the two of us. I was still unaware this high society debutante was interested in me. I was anxious to get out of the city, back to Jersey, back to my dog, and convinced that I already had a parking ticket. So much so, in fact, that I had ordered my food to go. My legitimate anxiety seemed like disinterest to her, and nothing turns on a beautiful woman more than disinterest. My neurosis was mistaken for a power move. I go to say goodnight while she smokes a cigarette. She invites me out for a drink at another bar. I cave to the pressure and say yes. She carries her designer purse. I carry box chimichangas. We talk and drink. I'm maintaining my buzz from the show, and now she's just getting hers going. We make out on the street corner in between her cigarettes. We eat the chimichangas inside, much to the bartender's chagrin. We go back to her apartment, where her doorman shoots me a disgusted look that screams, "How the fuck this truck driver-looking motherfucker going home with that?" We get up to her room, and she speaks to her dog in another language. Something European, sounds Scandinavian. We kiss some more. The moment has arrived, and despite being hard the entire evening thus far, my dick dropped like JFK's head in the back of a convertible, complete with a horrified woman trying to piece it all back together. She's a saint about it, though. Tells me we can try again another time. I stay the night. I leave in the early hours of the morning and drive back to Jersey with a smile on my face. Despite the shame of my penis going full Judas on me, this was still the most beautiful girl I'd ever, quote, slept with. She texts me the next day to say she had a great time. I asked to take her out on a proper date. She agrees. I refuse for a repeat performance, so I do what our forefathers did when times got tough. I buy gas station dick pills. I go to a smoke shop near my house. I buy CBD as usual and slyly ask the guy behind the register, "Hey man, you got anything that'll put a little lead in my pencil?" The Eastern European immigrant owner looks up and says, "No, but I got dick pills." I expect him to grab something off the shelf. Instead, he reaches into his pocket and takes out a pill with a picture of a gorilla on it and tells me, "Take 40 minutes before or no work." I take the bus into the city. Using a bus to leave Jersey and arrive in Manhattan is akin to when Dorothy opens the door to her farmhouse and sees Oz in color for the first time. We eat ceviche, which I pretend to know what it is. She orders in Spanish and is somehow even more attractive than I recalled. I'm charming in the conversation. She's kissing me on our cab ride back to the same bar from our first encounter. The night imitates itself entirely, short of chimichangas. We go back to her place. She says goodnight. I say okay and kiss her goodbye. She lets out a frustrated sigh and says, "Just come upstairs with me." The doorman sees me again, and now instead of disgust, I'm met with an inquisitive look that says, "This fucking kid on the goddamn Mets or something?" We go upstairs, where I realize I've forgotten to take the pill. In a panic, I ask to use her bathroom. I buy time by kissing her slowly and engaging in the kind of foreplay that's usually accompanied by jazz music. That's our secret, ladies. Older guys aren't better at foreplay. We're just stalling till that dick pill kicks in. The moment has arrived, and the fear and anxiety of being intimate with someone so much more perfect than myself overwhelms me again, and my dick goes down like Blockbuster stock. She sees it, sighs, says it's okay, and before I can even apologize, she scratches me with her nails all the way up my back. It fires off enough nerve endings that now we're in business. The sex is short but passionate. I fuck like a Ramones song. It won't last long, but everyone seems to enjoy it. I hold her until she falls asleep. I kiss her cheek goodnight and mentally high-five the doorman on my way out to the bus station. I'll wager, without heroin, there's never been a happier man at 5 a.m. in the Port Authority. I get home and day drink champagne while listening to sappy love music. I think the ability to feel connected to someone might be back. Maybe I didn't bury that heart in Jacksonville after all. We text back and forth regularly. Unable to meet up due to schedules, we change plans about a half dozen times. I'm disheartened, but convince myself that it's not over. We agree to another date. This time I drive in again. She's worth the anxiety. She's worth the tolls. I find parking less than a block away from her place. A rare stroke of luck. The dinner is sushi. She's dressed in jeans and a stylish hoodie. Now for me, that's stage-worthy apparel. For her, she was likely trying to send me a message subconsciously that I was too infatuated with her to notice. Her hair wasn't even done up this time, and she spent the entire meal complaining about a fight with her roommate. It didn't matter to me because James Blunt was singing in my head, even as she spoke about her dog shitting inside the apartment. She goes to use the bathroom. I take not one, but 2 gorilla pills, and hope I've timed it just right this go-around. She offers to pay for dinner. Uh-oh. They always do that when it's about to end. I parry the move by refusing. We walk to her apartment where she begins to compliment me. It happens often enough that anytime someone calls me smart, I psychologically prepare for whatever rug is about to be pulled out from underneath me. She presents the, "I want to hang out with you, but I can't date you right now" speech, except she's sincere about it. I tell her it's fine, but it's not. I kiss her goodbye anyhow and walk off into the night. Dejected, I wander back to my truck to discover a $70 parking ticket. I take the George Washington Bridge back in hopes that the view will cheer me up. There's an accident on the lower level. I'm stuck in traffic for 40 minutes. It gives time to deepen my sense of despair. Self-loathing is running at an all-time high until I see the crash scene approaching, with police and an ambulance ahead of me. A car has been totaled. The scene is distressing. I think about how lucky I am not to be in that crash. I got dumped tonight, but someone else was heading to the hospital. And that's when my gorilla boner pills kicked in.
Dude, that line, "I fucked like a Ramones song." Oh my God, I love that. That's new.